All right, welcome back to the pros and cons of the Harley Quinn show, season 3, episode 9. I barely have time to do these right now because work is a bitch. God damn, it's always a fucking bitch. Anyway, all right, let's get this started before I end up not doing this shit. 'Cause I promise you, I don't want to do this right now. Con, I would agree that Bruce is usually thinking straight and making sure that what he does is safe, because Harley's trying to tell Nightwing and Batgirl, yo, Bruce has pretty much lost his fucking mind. He just used Frank to bring his parents back to life from the dead, which is not a good fucking thing, and he didn't do proper tests to make sure things were going to be okay. And usually I would agree with them, but Harley's right. They're wrong because in this show, the characters aren't acting like themselves, like at all, which is a bad thing. But whatever. Also, this is fucked on so many levels. It really fucking is. Nitpick, correction there, Harley. The first time she connected with the green, she didn't almost die. Well, the last time she didn't almost die. Hell, the first time I would say she almost died, but not really. The first time she didn't almost die. She actually was really, really tired, like full on sweat. Like she was exhausted trying to connect with the green. It didn't almost kill her though. It didn't almost kill her the last time she did it, because the last time she did it effortlessly. She was a little woozy, but she was completely fine afterwards. She didn't die any of the fucking times. Well, almost die any of the times she did it. And at the end, it was only the last time she did it was when you were pretending like you left breadcrumbs for her to help her with her own personal baggage, which you didn't do. Uh, it was Swamp Thing who did that for her, not you. You was just a tag along for nothing. Con, what was this conversation between Swamp Thing and Ivy? It didn't make sense because Swamp Thing, after Ivy goes into the green to try to find the source of the green, well, the power that the green can give her, Swamp Thing pops up and like, "Hey, yo, I know what you're planning to do." Well, he didn't know what she was planning to do. He was like, "I can feel that you have a conflict within yourself of whether or not you should do the right thing or the wrong thing or whatever. But I implore you to use the power of the green to do good." That's all he wanted her to do. This bitch, for some strange reason, just brings up the fact that even if her plans was ruined by a selfish billionaire, as in if she should still do the right thing, and something was confused. He was like, yes, and then she just leaves, and he's like, oh well, I fucked that up. Like, did you though? Because honestly, her response didn't make any sense. Swamp Thing didn't care about her plans. He just wanted her to do the right thing, use the power of the green for good. Her plan wasn't a good plan to begin with. She was going to end up destroying Gotham. Yes, it was a good thing that she was bringing extinct plant life back to life. Yes, that was good. However, what was bad is she was going to supercharge it and practically take over Gotham, which in the meantime, she literally mentioned she was going to bring those plant life back to life in the sewers underneath Gotham and then supercharge them so they'll shoot up through the ground, which would cause mass destruction. So she was going to destroy Gotham. Her plan was not a good thing. She thought it was a good thing because she only cares about the fucking plants. But it wasn't good. So someone was going to try to ruin her plans regardless. It didn't have to be a selfish billionaire. It could have been anyone. So I'm pretty sure this joke or whatever this conversation was just a way for them to get a jab in at billionaires. Why? It made your conversation not make sense because there was no reason to put that in there. He wants you to do good. He doesn't care what your plan is. He just wants you to use the power for good. That's it. He doesn't care if your plan was ruined by a selfish billionaire. There was no reason to even mention that. It doesn't matter. He wants you to use the power for good. That's it. Not bad. Good. Bring the ancient plant life back to life. He's okay with that. That's good. I'm okay with that. That's also good. Just don't kill innocent people, which is what you're gonna do. it is what you're gonna do. Pro, I love Ivy's new look after she got through being connected with the green. Love the new look. I really want to know if we can keep that. Can we keep that look? Her old look is getting kind of stale. It's getting boring. I'm getting kind of tired of seeing it. Harley as well. Please get her a new outfit. But, cartoons and shit like that, they always tend to stay in the same outfit no matter what. You get surprised with costume change every now and again, like they do in this show, which I really like. But you know, Ivy's outfit, I've always had an issue with it. It looked boring as fuck. But whatever. Con. I agree with Harley's annoyance about them, not killing Nightwing and Harley, not killing anyone, but because I believe, like, literally, Bane should have been murdered by now. Batman should have been killed Bane. He should have been killed Ra's al Ghul and kept him dead. I think he killed him a few times, but because he only killed him, well, he was only allowed to kill him story wise because he's just going to be brought back by the Lazarus pit anyway. So it's like it's okay to kill him because he's just going to get brought back to life. Joker, he never really like intentionally went out and just like straight up killed fucking Joker, but he should have. He should have killed him. Like he always lets Joker gets himself killed. Like, yeah, I could like the only reason you're surviving is because I'm saving you. I'm tired of saving you, so I'm just gonna let you die by your own hands this time. It's like shit like that. But honestly, he should have just straight up killed him many, many times before. He should have just straight up killed him. That would have saved a fuck ton more lives than just letting him capturing him and locking him up just so he can escape. Harley's the same way. She should have been killed because she's right there along with Joker with all the torturing and the killing that they do. She's right there with them, 100%. So she should have been killed. So I agree with her. It's annoying that they don't kill, but Harley, you're the last one who needs to be bringing that up. You're the last one because you're one of the people that should have been killed. It makes no sense for you to be saying this because if you want to make that argument that they should be killing people, you might as well just put a gun to your goddamn temple right now and just help them out because you're one of the people that needs to go. You're my favorite character when it comes to DC, but bitch, you logically speaking, you need to die. You probably won't stay dead because you did die, and then you went to hell and you were tortured, and then you eventually was like, you know what? Instead of just constantly being tortured by these demons, let me get on these demons' nerves. And you did that, and then they kicked you out of hell, and you became a roaming spirit and took over someone else's body. You was constantly taking over people's bodies, and so you found a body that you liked, and then you just stayed in it. And yeah, yeah, that happened. Died and got kicked out of hell and took over someone else's body. And Harley was back at that point. Yeah, so that's the thing. But anyway, let's continue on. Khan, I agree that having plant-like zombies wasn't the original plan, so I would see why Harley would have a problem with this. Um, However, the city was going to be destroyed regardless. To prove it, look at the scene from episode 2 of this season. From the picture, you can clearly see that Gotham is completely overrun with plants. Which, by the way, yet again, if you supercharge fucking plants underneath Gotham like Ivy wants to do, they're going to shoot through the ground. They're going to destroy buildings. They're probably going to hit fuel tanks or whatever shit's or gas stations. Shit's going to explode. People are going to die. There's going to be complete chaos. You know, a vine with spikes on it grows and just bursts out from underneath the ground. Maybe there's someone standing right underneath that, and they just get impaled by a viney plant and just gets eviscerated by this thing. Is they're going growing through buildings and shit. People who are in the buildings minding their own business just hear rumbling, and next thing you know, a plant just fucking murders them because it's growing throughout the building at super speed like this. Well, not super speed, but very fucking fast, fast enough to kill them or bring down the building, and the building kills people. It's like she's gonna destroy Gotham. People are gonna die. So I don't understand why Harley has a problem with this zombie thing. Maybe it's the dead rising up and turning people into zombies. Maybe that's too much for Harley to stomach. Maybe that's her line. We can kill these people. We can destroy this city, but zombies, that is too far, Ivy. We gotta stop that. I call bullshit on that, but we gotta stop that. Uh, Con, Harley, why would you do that? Why would you jump in front of a zombie about ready to throw up all over Bane? Also, why is Bane there still bitching over this goddamn pasta maker? This pasta maker must have been making S plus level grade pasta because this man was going into therapy for this shit. That pasta maker had to be the pasta maker of fucking gods. It makes no sense. Not only that, but I believe he bought it for them. So I'm still confused. He bought it for them, even though it was a wedding gift for Ivy, and Ivy just kept it even after she did what she did to Kite Man. Still kind of salty about that. That was still a fucked up way to break up. Didn't have to go down that way, but their relationship was doomed anyway. She's into dudes who are way beefier than him. He was not. He was not on her level. That was going to end. It could have ended on a good note instead of the way it did. But it, whatever. I'm not the writer of the show, even though I think the idea was fucking stupid. Um, but yeah, did you again, Harley jumping in front of there, getting puked on, turning slowly, a slow and painful, I'm guessing, death into a plant zombie, or just straight up a plant in general? It's Why would you do that? Is it just to get a shock to Ivy and be like, "Hey, yo, you see the error of your ways? This is fucked up." Ivy doesn't care about people. She only cares about you, so she wouldn't see the error of her ways of turning people into plant zombies. She wouldn't give a shit about them, but she would give a shit about you. So you're probably doing it just to get her to stop. Another issue is you don't know. You don't know if she can reverse the effects of what's happening. You're just doing that. Maybe you're doing it on a hunch. Maybe you're saying, oh, well, maybe if I do this, she can somehow undo all this shit. All it takes is for me to go through this, turning into a zombie that will get her to stop this shit. Um, Again, it's a stupid plan. You put yourself at risk of a slow and painful death for a possibility. No, that's no. That's just fucking stupid. So Ivy can in fact reverse the change and turn everyone back, to normal. Well, so good for you, Harley. Your dumbass idea actually worked. However, it requires that Ivy undoes everything, not just you being changed into a plant zombie, but everyone, all the plants she grew, all the people who got turned into plant zombies, all of that is being undone. Everything's being undone. So Ivy's plan was to destroy the city anyway by regrowing the extinct plant life. Um, Harley knew Harley knew this. People dying was part of the plan. If she didn't think for a second that if she grew a bunch of fucking plants that people weren't going to die from what she was planning to do from the beginning, she's a fucking idiot. It was very obvious that shit was going to happen. The city was going to be destroyed. People were obviously going to die if you just think about it logically. But cartoons and obviously the writer doesn't think logically. But it is what it is. But yeah, writers, remember how you kept trying to throw in our faces that Harley was going to support Ivy in everything she does because she loves Ivy? Why are you constantly having Harley get in the way of Ivy then? Why are you constantly having her get in the way? Why are you constantly having Harley inadvertently getting in the way of any and all of her plans? This plan, people dying, city being destroyed again, yet again, was part of the plan. This was going to happen. Logically, it was going to happen. But for some strange reason, I guess zombies was too far and Harley just got in the way again. So Harley's whole spiel through this whole season about how she's going to support Ivy 100% in everything she does was complete and total bullshit. Complete bullshit. Thanks, writers. Your bullshit was just exposed to be nothing but complete and utter bullshit in one episode. And you've been building that bullshit up for a whole season. So Thanks, idiots. Thanks. I mean, like, I already knew it was bullshit because they kept showing it was bullshit. They kept showing it was bullshit. But it's like, yo, this was a plan that was like all the way in episode 2, and towards the end of the season, you do this shit. The fuck? She had what she wanted. It wasn't exactly how she wanted it. I even admits it. The zombie thing was not in the plan, but destroying the city, that was part of the goddamn plan. It, I, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's fucking retarded that they're doing this stupid shit. But it is what it is. These people clearly don't know what the fuck they're doing. Well, they know what they're doing, kind of, because the majority of the episode was actually enjoyable. However, the plans and the zombies and this Harley Ivy bullshit, that's when it got stupid as fuck. And it started to be not so much of an enjoyment for me. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm fucking done with this fucking episode.